ends and show us what they can do. And they're looking for that 3-0 to really make their mark on the major so far. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this one. It will be G2 versus Quantum, Bellator Fire. Who would have thought this would be the first 2-0 game? We'll have a look at the buy for the T side of G2, 4 sets of armor, and it will be MBK with the Molotov, the smoke, and a fast approach towards middle. There will be 3 players boosted up. They might not necessarily strike straight away, but they will set themselves up, and you'll see something towards mid very soon, let me tell you.
boomich and waterfaLLZ there, as well as balbina. Try and hold it off. boomich tagged down to 4. Another position at sandbags. There's a chance he can bait them still in. He actually goes back and finds Apex. Good shot. He'll go down eventually to Kenny. Head exposed to body, but he hits balbina no problem. waterfaLLZ was undetected. Swings wide. Exactly what they designed is that he would be late to strike, but had no idea he was there. He literally had no idea bodyy was there either, and MBK and shox found kills in the meantime. So 1-0 for G2.
Challenging those USPs towards middle. G2 come out the gate swinging there. You can see shoxy as all the kills are coming in. He's in the B bomb side while his teammates are fighting towards mid. They find all the kills required, calling themselves up for a B split, but didn't even need that in the end. The bomb wasn't required. We'll go into the second round here. I expect a force by waterfaLLZ, as the guys on the desk mentioned. He has been fantastic in terms of the AWP potential of himself. I've been very impressed. A player that's not been on anyone's radar. This is what the minor system's all about. Getting these sort of players the limelight to show that they can be capable of going toe-to-toe with some of the world's best. And MBK just firing shots through the smoke there towards connector, trying to find that first pick. He's up against CZ's P250s. I'm not a big fan of the force buy like this on cash. It's the deagle. It definitely has some potential. I think a deagle no armor is more than enough to cause some trouble. CZ certainly always could have potential, but on cash, I feel like as long as the T's plays correctly, they've got 5 rifles right now. I actually like that a lot. They should just be able to coordinate a nice pincer towards a bomb site with the Molotovs, the flashbangs, and set smokes, of course, and maybe lose a couple of kills, but it should be quite a clean round.
To hold to make sure no one's going to get aggressive in the reverse side of the boost. Smoke down A main. Flash through. Kenny thinks so. balbina holding outside of the smoke. Imagine QBF go Legends first.
I can't see a world that happens. I'm sorry.
To us. Good. Push through, does catch them off. Apex down. Okay. They don't quite get boomich on the site. Quick. Yeah, absolutely. He's forced to go back out. Nowhere to go.
So anyone who's not aware, boomich is like boom blah on the screen. It says obviously it's Russian pronunciation. We're trying to cater for them.
BL is a different character.
Exactly, yeah. So just to avoid any confusion there, there will be 1 kill from jmqa here. He won't get the double. So like I said, a couple of kills perhaps, but I didn't see that really going anywhere. QBF certainly doing some damage and keeping G2 relatively modest. They went for 5 rifles there. It's actually quite rare to see that these days in a second round from a French side especially. Normally focus on a lot of SMGs, but going for firepower there, a mixture of Galils and AKs, a few smokes, 1 Molotov. It works out quite nicely, as expected. Hold up in the default, go towards the A bomb site, couple of smokes, pincer from the door and main entrance, and close out the round. Will be a full eco now for QBF. Nothing purchased into round number 3 here, a full eco, not a single dollar. And so just B push, contact player, I'd imagine, don't need to rush. Molotov towards the sandbags, flushing one out. There is a player there, but he jumped up on the sandbags. Held out for too long. That's to expose himself. shox, he might go down here, you know. He probably gets 1 kill and gets dropped on a trade.
Pushing shox. You get close, tries to spray it, can't do it. We'll get the kill. So AK picked up, or go through and grab that now. waterfaLLZ the one to wheel. balbina caught off. You had to teach me how to say these names, Henry. You're a Russian connoisseur.
Yeah, balbina,
comrade,
jmqa, Kvik, boomich, and waterfaLLZ. It took me about 6 games, but I got there in the end.
Yep.
I really did struggle. I was actually a bit anxious every time we came into one of these CIS games, but I'm glad we did it. We powered through together. waterfaLLZ looking to save AK-47 right now. Actually might do that. He's got no armor, but he's got the jump on body. Spotted, but taken down. It's going to be Kvik with the USP now, trying to maybe recover the AK. It's his only chance of making the impact in this round. bodyy seems to be aware. That's the one door in this game, I guess it doesn't blow open like all the other ones. So if you remember, like a nuke, you shoot that door, makes a hole, same sort of an overpass.
Because the meltdown of Chernobyl actually fortified it and radio actively strengthened it.
I didn't know about the lore of the map. So there we go. You're kind of filling in the backstory there. So thank you very much. Matthew is here for the deeper analysis. He goes for the storylines and the history.
Got to be good for something, right?
3-0, not a bonus round. Remember, G2
That
went
door
for
might be a
rifles.
super interesting one if it were.
I think that's why, because
blown
it would be
open.
too much.
Yeah,
The teams
you
would
just-
get any control from it to get Nate and start each round.
Well, they didn't start it, but I think as well, it could be potentially powerful toward highway. But yeah, you're right. CC's probably just take it out right away, and
Yep.
then you could see in from the bomb site, fire down the hallway.
Yeah, it makes sense from a map design point of view. Obviously, it wasn't just made for CSGO, it was around before that. We'll see. waterfaLLZ spotted towards middle right now. Will be a kit available, but such a lack of utility. A flashbang's up, but Kenny S coming in. This is one of his absolute best maps, especially against this sort of team, which should be devouring QBF. As Janko pointed out, arguably one of the world's best AWPers at this point. G2 definitely didn't have the best year in 2017, but he's always a talking point. Kvik and balbina hold towards the mid area here. Flashbangs, Molotovs deployed. Looks like another B split coming in. shox with the smoke towards the connector. That'll bounce on the floor, make its way in there. He'll just hold for rotation, so anyone getting into his events. That is going to be pivotal here. He wants to just contain these players. I think that's an appropriate word here. As his teammates going towards B, it's going to be jmqa challenged and then some. Look at all the attention shox has got towards middle. Molotov in jmqa's position, might get the double kill here, does damage, but it's not enough. balbina coming in from checkers, actually doing a very good job here. balbina finds two, and Kenny is left in a 3 versus 1. This round should be done. 20 seconds remaining. Bomb down towards checkers. He is good up close and personal, the AWP, but how strong can he be? The quick scope doesn't land, but that one does.
How does that first one not hit? Just catches the edge of the doorway. 10 seconds. He spots another. He's given himself a chance. He will absolutely go on this. But don't rule QBF out of this. He's planted in the open.
This is
was
unbelievable.
Immediately fast on that. And all he had to do was peek tree. He knew he was going to be going toward A. He must have got the call, but he didn't have time.
Yeah, definitely.
Because boomich backed off. Now, I guess that gives you the lesser of two evils, the one you know versus the one you don't. This guarantees a 1 versus 1 clutch rather than being caught out before the plant even happens.
He thinks he's at spawn.
Op versus M4. And Kenny might outplay them on this. It's a fast shot. Now boomich knows exactly where he is, but Kenny is very quick. boomich going back for an off angle. Kenny's able to spot it. 3 HP as he gets away on the AWP's bot space. But boomich is going directly toward Kenny. Yes! Up close.
That's unbelievable. That set the tone for the rest of the game. Kenny S, 10 seconds, 3 versus 1. He finds the second shot on the quick scope. He misses this first one, right? Missed. Then he hits the shot. Spots the player cowering the corner here. If balbina just runs away, they win the round. And then you can see it. He runs back towards CT spawn, thinking the round is over. Kenny S gets the plant down, about a millisecond to spare, and finds a 4-0. That's going to be crushing to the morale of QBF. And G2 find themselves a 4-0. Oh, that was so good to watch. That's some vintage Kenny S right there. Absolute perfection. I love it. Absolutely love it. Round number 5 coming in, and understandably QBF will take some time just to calm down there. Not an ideal start.
After such good work by balbina as well, that's so sick from Kenny. I'm going to say, for me at least, the play of this major so far. There's a few good ones, certainly has. A couple clutches yesterday that were fairly remarkable. But 10 seconds op, and he sees 2 just standing in the corner not doing anything. That's the confusing part. Not being proactive at all on the QBF side, especially after the first kill comes to checkers. The man under heaven, I forget who it was at this point in time, my mistake, should easily have shuffled out. I think it was boomich was the second to last alive, so either way, ridiculous from Kenny.
We'll get into a full eco here. PT50s, Deagles. There is a bit of armor. I'll take it back. It's a partial buy. They do get maximum loss bonus next round. We'll see if they can get anything done here whatsoever. Apex will be dropped to 64 HP, but doing significant damage to boomich and Kvik at the same time. Not really much they can do with this one. It's a nice approach though from G2, not giving too much away. Just want to make sure they calm themselves down after that epic Kenny S clutch. I think that definitely falls into that category, Matt. We don't see those sonic clutches every single day.
shox on to balbina, no problem. balbina, I should say, excuse me. Apex looking to try and spot over top of the crate. Couldn't quite get the shot toward the truck. Okay, goes for the most open plant possible from a roster at the post. Another shot. waterfaLLZ down. shox onto jmqa. It's just quick remaining, and he's toward middle with a deagle. Let's see how good his movement is. To the AC? Not quite. Would have been nice if he could get over top of the boost. They wouldn't have expected him to be there. He might have been able to catch off one. Kenny's low as well, so maybe he's gotten from it, but jmqa will seek him out. 5-0 G2. Remember, winner of this, straight through.
5-0, you're absolutely right. This is looking great. And I think if QBF won that 3 vs 1 with Kenny, they would rack up a few rounds. But still, a second bite of the cherry here as we go into round number 6. Another gun round for them. waterfaLLZ, the AWP, but they are chasing hard. As you can see, no one buying a helmet on the CT side. That's not a big deal against the AKs, but it's indicative as to where they're at right now. They're not feeling too comfortable. They've got a couple of kits. The utility's okay. He saved $350 just getting the body armor. And just to note on that, the AKs have one shot, headshot potential, right? So you don't necessarily have to against them. Kenny S just fires a shot off towards quad. Goes to the wall bang on forklift as well. Bodyy holding in the sunroom. Kenny S with the first shot though takes down his rival. Orpo can't get going in this whatsoever. jmqa, note that for you, he's actually in the checkers room. That X-ray can be a little bit misleading. Thank you for pointing that out. And now they'll sit back and wait. Cash is a very reactive map for the CTs. You have to take something back if you lose the first player. I'm looking at their mini-map right now. They're aiming to go towards middle. So you can see this is their reaction coming in. Not going to be a very successful one, at least so far. Movement challenges MBK, gets the kill. A few rare misses there. I think Kenny did actually hit Movement, but doesn't find the killing blow. Or the coup de guerre, the French would say.
Coup de guerre?
Yeah.
C'est bon, mon ami. Next down, but he's already wrapped around behind him. Boomich and balbina. The BBs.
Yeah, the BBs. BBs might have to fall back in.
We'll get an op at least. But now 6-0 G2 T-side cash. jmqa predicted this would be quick. balbina, other than one phenomenal round that was then stolen back in spectacular fashion by Kenny. It's the only one to get anything done. There hasn't even been a lot of kills so far going the way of QBF.
Well then, Kvik, 15 HP, like you said, he got legged up in the middle. I like that from QBF though, they at least tried to be reactive there. They did lose the first pick, then focusing towards middle, they made a good call. Let's try and get a kill back in return. This is waterfaLLZ going down. They then rotate 3 players in towards middle. Didn't really work out too well. There was a chance with the missed shots from Kenny S, but ultimately hitting a leg did send them packing 6-0. This is what we've come to expect. It seems like the simulation has calmed down somewhat today, Matt, and everything's back to normal. We're not seeing these crazy upsets like we did in the first stage of the tournament. QBF and Vegas got in fair play to both of them. No one really had them in that regard. Kenny S going for, is that a new wall bang? I don't think that would kill.
Back fence beside the crate. Yeah, it's been done before. I think Davey had done that a few times.
I assume that that wouldn't be like a kill, but it looked like it probably does like maybe 40 damage.
It depends on where you hit. I think if you get a headshot with it, I think it still is a kill. I think Davey's gotten a kill with it. It might have to do with armor. I forget the damage numbers that goes with it, but yeah, Davey found that one, and then Bodyy, obviously, they're the one that they had to nerf.
Yeah, too much. Well, remember, this is a force buy from the CT. They actually haven't got all in. They've left us about 2K.
Just funny, by the way, we nerf mid-shot that you can't see the opponent and get lucky to put them in an immediate 4 versus 5. But on Nuke, or sorry, excuse me, on Dust, we just leave it there as if it's part of the game.
But you can fight back on Dust. That's the difference. You can't fight back.
I don't like it. I never have. I get that it's a legendary part of the meta, but I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah, I always liked it. I thought it was a fun part of the game. Kept things exciting. It's like, you remember like when you had those epic games with Bodyy on this server. He got tagged like 6 times.
By Guardian. Yeah, right. Guardian destroyed him in 1/2. I mean, there is some cool things to it. You can make calls from spawn. You can tell how many went to B. You can even fake that and rotate back.
That's the mind game. As soon as you hit a few times, you know you can start rushing B because they're going to be slowing things down, dropping the smoke. But that is neither here nor there. So,
well, it's there, not here.
It will be happening next year. We'll see. Ooh, okay. Kvik actually got a chance. He sets up jmqa here. There will be a kill, but Kvik down to 10 HP. I don't think he gets much done. It was a decent attempt. This wasn't a force buy. I did say at the start, but it wasn't. It was actually just a partial buy with the saved weaponry. All for waterfaLLZ, he wants to save that, but he's in front of MBK right now. Seems to suspect that he could be in this position. He does suspect correctly. Takes him down. probably survives as he makes his way towards the B bomb site. 7-0 now for the G2 boys. It's much more like it from them. Looking likely to be our first team to be legends here. And that's with the final kill. 2 kills in. Once again, he must be having one hell of a game.
Yeah.
9 kills, 1 deaths after 6 rounds.
Body's there with him, 9 and 2.
7 rounds, sorry.
Yeah, starting the 8th round. So let's see, positionally, Kenny's in the back lines if he goes for it again. Guns up this time as well as armor. Actually, I take that back, excuse me. He's a little bit further forward, so he won't. I like to do it. In fact, he's going to get toward the big garage first. Boost up? No, Alex not. He's going to go straight toward him. Wants to hold the angle, and they're going to get aggressive on this. Well, spots one through the edge of the box. Couldn't land the shot. Good shot. waterfaLLZ nails Kenny in return. Finally for QBF on top of that. boomage takes down Apex through the door. Some aggression from G2 that catches them off. boomage takes a bit of damage down to 22, but fair play.
Here we go. Finally something positive happening for QBF here. 5 versus 3. bodyy looking to reclaim some territory here. Heads in towards the B site. Checks the close corners there. Nothing to report to his teammates. So shoxy, very proficient with the AWP. He'll check towards headshot. And Kvik is offering himself up there. Could be a chance for a kill. Not going to scope just yet. Trying to stay very quiet indeed. Flashbang comes in. shox uses the opportunity to try and peek towards a bomb site. Gets punished for it. boomage takes him down. Much better now from QBF. Not out of the woods just yet. Remember, MBK has been playing lights out Counter-Strike this tournament. Bodyy, Molotov to heaven. Shot, he's gone down finally around for QBF. All 5 staying alive as well. That's a best case scenario for them at this point too, because obviously going to be facing a reset, so this will allow them to at least avoid that temporarily. They'll get 1 round in hand, if you will. Although that said, they do have to reinvest quite heavily into grenades, so even that's going to be a difficult task. All the utility used, so good use of it at least not left on their belt. waterfaLLZ the one to start that off with a good shot onto Kenny at A main. He's going to go immediately onto middle. So is balbina and jmqa as well. A set piece coming in here, Matt. 1 towards the door. 4 at A main. There'll be some basic smoke, some flashbangs, and then open the floodgates. Try and find the picks. But boomage still in an interesting position. I don't see that too often. He's actually on top of quad. Very rare, actually. Normally seen on top of the actual bomb set itself, but boomage might have to drop down here. The idea is to look above those smokes. He will go down when the flashbangs come in. Kvik now, obviously going to be punished there. Don't have your nades out when they fully execute. And it will be MBK and bodyy just lighting them up way too easy for them. Great call, though. I like that. Glitching, the nades haven't presented that once, being lost a default. So just going in towards A, 2 smokes down, catching with the nades out, pounce on the bomb site, and it will be a reset, but like you said, 5 players survived in the previous round. There'll still be a Vi available, especially if jmqa keeps the AK-47. But that's beautiful from GT. That's all they have to do. Pound for pound, they've got much better players on the server. In terms of skill ceiling, they're going to be going like much higher than that. But tag through the wall, jmqa panicking a little bit here. Good flashbang, but can't land any sort of shots. They'll probably force fight for this round. Here, you can see how much fun MBK is having. Everyone's got grenades in the hand as he walks down the corner. Nails it. He has been playing very well this tournament.
He is a natural
Quite the spectacle.
killer.
Yes, so I've heard. Have you seen the pictures being floating around?
Speaking of spectacles, his are ridiculous.
Yeah, have you seen the pictures of him from the source days over on Twitter this week? Like, he looked like an
It's
actual...
like Justin Bieber.
He looked like a little baby. Like, it was so weird, the comparison of 10 years ago. Like, he was still a top player then. Like, playing in very games, the best team in source. He looked about 12
Played
years
against him,
old.
did you?
He was like coming just after
yeah.
I quit. Yeah, so I played against him a few times when I was like, I'd quit professionally, but I was still going to lands like mixes and stuff. But round number 10, and there will be the force buy from QBF, AWPs, FAMAS's, UMPs. Not looking too good. They lose this round, they're down to another eco.
Game after this, by the way. A big one for today. Fnatic versus Astralis.
That's going to be my game of the day, I think. I think that would be great.
Predict. So shox's going to boost up Apex. Very proficient mid player with a rifle. In fact, they're going to put Kenny up there as well. So they've got an AWP and an AK. AK to clear close. Kenny to hold the angle up. Z connector to make sure that no one can pounce and take advantage of them trying to clear close angles. Unfortunately, Apex only gets 1 on Kvik. jmqa got MBK as well, so it's actually the advantage. Apex going down to QBF. By 2, in fact, as Kenny and shox are all that remain. shox is going to rotate back around, so no chance to break the economy on the QBF side, as they'll continue to whittle down G2 if they win this round. It's not amazing, it's not established. It's enough to get a second round, then potentially some more. Aggressive from Kenny, he'll go with shox. Beautiful. To Boomich. He's going to drop bags, clear out to quad. They've just got to watch to make sure no one comes through Z-Connector late. In fact, shox is going to go that way. Kenny as well. jmqa's on the other side of it. Easy, ready. It certainly is. Oh, shox just barely missing his angle. Kenny's going to get the bomb back. I don't know if jmqa would have spotted that being that close. And Kenny's lost track of where he's gone, but my God, is he quick. Kenny Shrub is no scrub.
Yeah, he's doing it again, but time running out once more. Didn't slow him down in the previous round. I thought that was going to hit, and then all bets are off. waterfaLLZ, though, managed to keep his head above water, Matt. You like that one? It's one of yours.
Scrubs, waterfalls, more TLC.
Yeah, exactly. That's not bad. So good work by the CTs there, holding them off, but only 2 players surviving. G2 have just enough to buy. It's been some close rounds. They bring up 1 Galil for shoxy. And we're going to round number 11 here. QBF have to win this. It's for the game, really. They lose this round, they double eco again, and they will spiral out of control. There'll be so many force buys going against them. Very, very important round. They can't hold us as G2 approach towards B. They'll be in a lot of trouble. Flashbang goes in to push back the AWPer. There is a smoke there. Bodyy will Molotov in towards the Shadow room. High Molotov to make sure it gets in there nice and deep. 2 players at the A bomb site right now. It's normally MBK. He's going to be joined by Apex this time. They won't show the bombs going in just yet. They want to make this look, this is a double fake coming up. So body's showing some presence right now. He'll probably go in with the flashbangs and make it look like a fake. So he'll go in, find 1 kill. His teammates will open the door any second on the A bomb site. You can see on the right-hand side of your screen right now. Bodyy might just went around and single-handed. I don't know what's going on right now.
That was a sick shot to waterfalls.
So forget the double fake. He's just done it by himself. So they'll go out towards A and force rotations, make it look like it's a big fake. But no, the bomb's waiting in B storage. This is a really intricate strategy coming in right now.
NBK with Kvik immediately in front of him on catwalk. Now, I don't think it'd be ready for him to be on catwalk. Either way, flash around, that's awkward. Kvik will get 1, but only 1. Lena stuck inside a middle, could work back through the vents. Kvik will confirm that A is open. So 3-2 take, essentially, because Valina's got to work backwards into the site, and shox is posted and ready. That's round done.
Yeah, shox, he gets this all day long. Maybe
Okay.
he doesn't. Okay, rare miss from him. A couple of misses.
Nighttime, that's why.
Yeah, well, it's up to the incendiary and the flashbang of the CTs. They somehow got back into this round, I'll give them that. And it comes down to the 1 versus 1, but Kenny has clutches out again. That was so important to the economy of QBF, but a lovely strategy there. It'd be good for the analysts to talk about that one. I think that was a really nice play overall. The fact they went for a double fake, but Bodyy just wrecking so many players here. It actually made things a little bit more confusing. Like, do we just go in with this now? Do we just commit? The guys at A were like, well, we're so far away, we might as well go in. But Bodyy, 3 kills in total. Lovely strategy, but Bodyy just carrying the round. Comes down to the 1v1, force buy from QBF, I'd imagine here. Yes, indeed, they are all in. This is must win again. Last chance pretty much in the half. CZs, UMPs, flashbang from Bodyy. He's confident right now. He's watching the connector, trying to scare him off with the shots.
And Kenny. Both looking through smoke. waterfaLLZ out toward Toxic at B, or Sunroom, call it what you like. Smoke down. Kenny's going to stare it, make sure no one's pushed up. Takes a bit of the map away. Valina as well pushed out toward A main, is in an interesting position. So pistols, but close up. Something in it perhaps if G2 don't anticipate correctly. But they've gone so aggressive. Kenny certainly has an information that, or at least a suspicion that they have, given that deep smoke. So shox finds Valina. That's the first player that was getting aggressive. In fact, he decided to push all the way through A main, so shox was easily in position to take him down. Now the question is, how does waterfalLLZ get away from this? Kenny's going to try to back out. He did consider, excuse me, that he was there, but he's given away the bomb because after they went inside events, he thought they were all gone. What a position inside checker. What a turn of the round as QBF suddenly are in a 4 versus 2. shox got one back and have the bomb, mind you. It's been recovered, but look at this position from Boomich. Easy.
Yeah, it's a blunder from kennyS. The fact he's got the bomb alone in that position when they haven't really cleared it out at all, it's a bit of a letdown there. But good flashbang, doesn't find the kill. boomj does manage to get them back in the run. I did say that was last chance for QBF, and they will conquer. 2 AKs recovered, UMP as well. kennyS didn't have to check that area by himself because it slowed things right down. They had the huge lead, and it all falls apart. Some mistakes starting to show. We saw that from our sports earlier. If you have this huge lead, you start to get too ahead of yourselves, and maybe you get a bit carried away with the success you're having. Prime example of it there. Need to keep your wits about you. kennyS looks a little bit guilty there at the end. He knows what he's done. And he's actually forced G2 on an eco now. That's not great news. That could actually end up a 9-6 half now.
Ridiculous. Kenny stared there the entire first minute of the round.
Yep.
Thinking that there was going to be one out there. When they got in vent so cleanly, I think he thought, okay, maybe they didn't push up. Maybe I'm fine. He was not. So Eco G2's off the back of a force buy is certainly promising for QBF. Chance to bring this to 9-4. G2's already won the T side. QBF certainly impressed me. waterfaLLZ. Positioned, blind though. Blind, but he's left alive. What a reaction! I thought he was going to sneak back into third. Fast mouse movements, gets an assist at the very least, and Kvik is quick to get through the vent. He'll pick up the other 3. 9-4.
This is actually looking like QBF could get back in this game. It was looking very bleak at one point. G2 still can't really buy here. They might have the eco for the last round. They can take a partial shot, but from what I can see, they're going all in. AK's Galils, maybe a few more compromises have to be made here. Yeah, 3 Galils. Okay, 2 Galils, 3 AKs. It's not awful in terms of the buy. Bodyy with no head armor. And almost no grenades. They have 2 smoke, 3 flashbangs. That is it for the entire round. So they might have been better off waiting for the next one. They'll probably go for that fast A approach again. Yeah, it is. So 4 towards A main. 1 at the door. This was very successful before. Let's see if it has similar success. boomj coming for the fast flank behind them. Watch out for that. He's actually going to spray a few down.
Or get shut back immediately. Good read shox. That's pretty impressive for him to get that far that quickly.
Did he do the jump, do you think? Maybe he nailed that? I'm not sure. It was very quick.
jmqa's in the vent. It's possibly just got a straight boost.
Yeah, probably did.
Yeah, to hit that jump would be remarkable. They're going to do it again.
They hated a phase, though.
Doesn't matter. Kvik's going to send jmqa. Body's there. We spotted him. Definitely spotted him. Body sees him in return. That's, oh, it should have been 2
Yep.
with Kvik low as well.
Should have been. Going to be the case, so 3 versus 3. Kvik low. 1 smoke remaining for G2. They'll probably use that at highway. It's balbina. SMG in hand. Not perfect, but still a close range. As long as he plays the angle correctly, he'll be fine. There's the smoke coming in towards highway, as mentioned. 1 flashbang will probably do it. I'll produce that. I'm going to go for that. balbina goes down. Nothing picked up, and Kvik, remember, he's low HP. Flashes the bomb site and try and do what he can here. He might get 1. There's the 1. Probably gets traded, but playing sensibly. Nice now.
Kvik is going to try and sneak up behind the forklift. Okay. He was going to push past it. I don't know if he intended to or not and lost track of where he was, but he definitely got shut down. waterfaLLZ gets the return kill. One-on-one with shox, and shox prevails.
Of course he does. The master of clutches. You've seen it so many times on this map, him outsmarting people in certain positions. It's another prime example of what he's capable of. It was a difficult buy for G2 there. Like I said, Galils, AK almost no utility, and they come out on top. Wasn't the cleanest of rounds, but they'll take it. And still money available for QBF in the final round here, but G2 hunting for 11-4. If you are just joining us, this is to decide who goes to legend status first in the tournament. Both teams on 2-0. If you haven't heard of QB Fire before, I don't blame you. No one's really heard of them before this event, and they've set the world on fire with some of their results, and up there with 2-0s. Who would have thought? Aggressive play now from Kvik as he goes towards squeaky door. shox here, just about. Picking down the 60 HP. 5-4, like we said, a reactive map here on Cash. You'd expect the CT to try and push in response, and boomj would do just that. But this surely meets its demise, and indeed he does, courtesy of a bullet to the head from shoxy.
So Bodyy at Sunroom just waiting to see if there'll be any aggression. Last round of the half. Apex is going to be boosted. Because still has the vents, so Apex needs to look that way. It's not blown out, makes it harder to see, obscures it. And I think that's going to be enough for the shots to commit, at least give him the upper hand, but jmqa can't hit it. Falls off, spots, and doesn't do anything with. shox tagged to 13. Has to be careful because balbina has a weapon. Good kill. waterfaLLZ is defending his retreat back to the site as well, and they're going to walk directly into it. Bit of a misplay. Bit too much aggression from G2. He's going to try and sneak in behind. MBK's already got waterfaLLZ tagged. That should be enough because body's going to sneak up beside him. He's got the AWP. If he reads it right, he might get the angle. In fact, he's going to try and change this entirely. Put himself in a position where they both have to come from in front of him, and he's just going to watch the ball.
That's interesting. I kind of like this. He's going towards the door. They have no idea. Misses the shot, though. That might be his chance gone. Or is it? He hits the first and can't nail the second. Very difficult position to be in there, but bodyy closes it out. What a half from bodyy, I have to say. Not normally a name we talk about too much. Apex, just to note, 4 kills only, but who needs kills when body's playing like that? Some phenomenal rounds from him overall. They find 11, a couple of blunders in there with the checkers play coming to mind that spiraled into an eco after that. But overall, successful half from G2. They switch over to CT side, they win the pistol, game pretty much done. You can see the coach there, very passionate one. He's been jumping around, shouting for them throughout the tournament. Been quite fun to follow his journey as well. And you can hear him giving the big speech now to rile up his players and inspire them to bring something great to this second half. There we go, 3-0 in Challenger stage, 2-0 in Legend stage. G2 are yet to drop a map.
You've just ruined it. You've jinxed them.
If I have the power to do that, then the world is a very strange place.
I mean, if Anders is in charge of the simulation,
yeah,
it's already a little strange. Cultist that he is.
Okay, that's escalated. It's going to be the second half. And as we always say, you get 2 minutes here, and I think that's a great chance for this coach to come in. And Iksu, I believe his name is. So we'll see whether his speech there will inspire them as we get into the second half. We'll have 3 sets.
An intimidating man.
He is. He kind of looks over us.
He was staring at us one game in the qualifier.
Wasn't happy, was he?
I crouched down by my monitor and just pretended I wasn't here.
3 sets of armor, and they're going for something quite technical here. 2 smokes, 2 molotovs. Flashbang. And we'll see what this round brings for them. In terms of the initial setup, I can't break it down too much. It's 1 player holding A, 1 at B, 3 in middle. Could go for either an A split or a B split, but kennyS and Apex encroaching on their position, getting ever closer to find these initial USP headshots. I'll go for a boost, in fact. So that's potentially going to work out for them. They're silent right now. kennyS will be challenged. He probably goes down here. I don't think he gets a frag on this one.
Exactly. Go to what he made. That's exactly what he might have been able to help Kenny. Instead, he leaves him alone. He's going to have to swing back to the site. And effectively, they're back to where they would have been without the boost. Because he now plays highway with shox. They'll be together. And together, they'll take down waterfaLLZ. Quick falls as well. jmqa. And jmqa. Down by bodyy. 12-4 G2.
Nice shots from shoxy, Apex, and bodyy there. Crisp. USP and P2000 doing a lot of work there. You can see what QBF are trying to do. Setting himself up a B split there, but ultimately very clumsy trying to get towards the vent. shoxy just punishing them and just denying any sort of access to that area. Backed up by bodyy, finishes things off. 18 kills for him in total. I'll take the waterfall stories on 13 kills. Pretty decent game, nothing too flashy. They will force by here, of course. If they don't win this one, they'll be 13-4 down, and then another eco will be coming their way. So, once again, clutching at straws on
Apex nade towards Sunroom, doesn't quite bounce the right direction. Ricochets back the other way instead. waterfaLLZ going for a boost. There's a lot of pressure and presence inside of middle, but they only have the pistols. waterfaLLZ up now. 3 players from CT back toward checkers after rotating back. Some body's going to go passive on middle. G2, remember, yesterday played a retake game on A. They've done similar setup now, but having already cleared through toward B, they're going to start taking over A as well. They're spread out across the map as QBF, and they get the first kill as well. They'll take down shox. All for naught. Boomich immediately after Kvik. It's going low. waterfaLLZ still manages to step up, but it's Apex to spray number 2. That's all he gets. This is This is all right. This could be a ball play at the very least. waterfaLLZ! What a shot to get down MBK. It wasn't quite the headshot, but by getting aggressive, not only did he preserve his teammate to get the plant, he got the kill, and now bodyy has to clutch this back.
Again, what can he do here? He has got a decent position. It almost certainly takes down Kvik. Low HP, 1 versus 1 now. waterfaLLZ with the M4A4. Looking for the ace, Matthew. Can he pull this one off? I think bodyy goes for the full defuse. Apparently not, wins the round. That was unfortunate for waterfaLLZ after such a performance there to get so many kills. He's been so good for QBF. That might be the last chance. Not going to work out. bodyy and Suso, I think that's 20 kills now. It is indeed 20 for 9. What a game from him. They've got 3K per player. waterfaLLZ with a little bit more. He didn't go all in on that second round. Force buy. Do they go for a buy? We'll find out. Apex doing some good work at the start of the round, but waterfaLLZ firing back with that Desert Eagle. They are going to force it. Why not? They have to at this point. 13-4, 2 AKs, a couple of pistols. balbina, the Eagle, 3 AKs total. It's not an awful buy. See if he finds any sort of success here.
Top of the drop, shox to push up. boomage down, nice shot, Kvik. The AK from his deceased teammate. Tank down to 48, still gonna try and re-peek. Lights them up. How perfect is that? Goes for 1. Both happen to be there. Headshot on balbina, and waterfaLLZ is standing in the same position, so it's all too easy. Down next, Apex to rotate in. Not uncommon to see him rotate late in from truck with an M4 to Z. More so because his teammate body's on 16. And just jmqa remaining. Could be 14-4, G2 any moment.
Is the comeback on?
What's that?
Oh,
the comeback. Is the comeback on? No.
Did anyone predict QBF to?
No, we went all G2.
I think that makes sense.
I think there was 3 games we all agreed on today.
Probably. Oh, I think that'll be not the Fnatic game, not the FaZe SK game.
Everyone went Na'Vi. And everyone except you went for Astralis. That was yesterday. Why is that yesterday? Hang on.
Well, you look at that. I'll continue with this round. It's going to be a 3 versus 1. jmqa will take 1 kill, but he's got 30 seconds here. Bo1 is back.
Ah, okay. So everyone went G2, everyone went North, and everyone went Cloud9.
Okay, well, there we go.
Those are the 3 we all agree. It's nice when we agree sometimes when we're friends.
Yeah, it's rare, but
Even if just for showmanship.
he could win this round. I'll say that baited, bro. I'm going to build up a bit of a storyline here. Let's do it. jmqa making his way towards the A bomb site now. He has managed to get himself in a position where he'll die. That's the build-up.
Nailed that one.
As soon as I give it a go, I want to have my big highlight moment, and it just all falls apart.
I mean, that could have happened to me with Snax. It's the big apple,
Yeah,
and
it's
Snax
true.
is dead.
That would have been not as epic, but
Nah.
quite funny. 14-4, and they have to force buy again, I'm afraid. Grim times for the QBF side. This is more in line with what we expect to come into this tournament. Sure, it's a bit of a fairy tale for them in the first stage, and the fact they got 2-0 was amazing. But coming back down to earth, it seems as G2 continue to plow through opponents. A rush coming in from what I can see, 2 towards the door. Or 1 towards the door, I beg your pardon, 3 towards A main, MBK in his position. It's actually called the MBK spot because he played here so much in the past.
MBK playing at NBK.
I just said that, Matt.
Sometimes I don't listen.
I just did a story.
Let's not make a secret out of it. Well, more aggression than KMG on Twitter. They'll run toward the A site, and MBK has the lineup. bodyy with 1 kill in the mix of it, but he's still got the assist on the other. I suppose you have to throw a Hail Mary at this point. It's going to be down to bodyy, tagged. 5 HP, careful.
Yeah. Well, this is the one that's going to its conclusion.
That's an awkward spread.
Yeah, and it's going to be match point. This hasn't been the game I was hoping for. I thought, in the pregame I said it as well, I thought they'd have them on the ropes. It'd be a close game, competitive, but they haven't been the hard-hitting team that we saw throughout the tournament so far. G2 certainly have. Don't get me wrong. They've been lights out. It's not like QBF played like a horrible game or anything like that. You can point loads of holes in it. It's just G2 just looking very sharp, and obviously Kenny S clutching out that 3 versus 1 was the catalyst to QBF's demise. Forced by again. This really is the last chance now. I've said that a couple of times. A couple of UMPs. A Khalil and an AK-47. jmqa, the AK with no helmets and very little type of utility. They're burning. When you don't try and boost with the flames there, you will get burnt. Smoke coming in towards a connector. Door again.
Cut. He's ready to go to Boston. It used to be jmqa, but now it's jmqa. shox. Pulling it down. jmqa kicks him back, however. It's a good trade to get the aggression down in middle. Apex rotates back towards Z as a result of it, and NBK and bodyy will take positions in the A site. So early fortification of mid early from G2. That's certainly something we've seen them do repetitively on Cash over the last week and a bit.
Still within a fighting chance in this round, or maybe not for long. Apex, lovely shot there towards jmqa. 4 versus 3 now. They are running out of time and weaponry. The AK goes down, recovered by waterfalLLZ. Bomb on his back. 5 seconds now. As we'll see if QBF have anything left in the tank. I'm not sure they do. They'll set themselves up for... Is this a fake towards B? Not much of one. KNS will just devour Kvik and fall back. Bomb makes his way towards Highway. Very last chance.
NBK staring at Highway, but he's not looking to take it. Tries to flick. waterfaLLZ thinks the fake is sufficient. It actually is. body's toward middle. He's the closest one back toward the A site. boomich is going to try and sneak in potentially behind. Actually, going to hold. He wants to get rotation. So waterfaLLZ versus bodyy. Apex to join. That becomes the significant fight. I think body's aware that boomich hasn't shown himself directly on a good read.
3 versus 1.
Might be G2. Boston. Missed shot. waterfaLLZ certainly makes that likely because I know exactly where he is. And down he goes. It's going to be G2, our first team. A challenger team now 6-0 into the Boston playoffs.
Yeah, that's more like it from G2. Now they're looking deadly. They're looking like they want to take this major. This is the team we always wanted to see. This kind of performance is always scary to watch. KNS is fired up, NBK playing well, and shoxy finally showing some good form.
First time legend status for bodyy. It's the first time in ages for shox. Believe that or not. It's been since mid-2015 that he was a legend, which is incredible considering the skill he possesses. QBF will still have 2 more chances at it. They'll sit 2-1, and again, they'll play tomorrow morning. But great play from G2. First team in Boston. Well done. Challenger team that's finally reaching potential, perhaps. We'll take a break. We'll come back.